Hello, everyone. I know it's a week early. I'm just going to do a wrap up for the May Painting Challenge right now because, frankly, I'm not going to be able to get back around to my goals. I'm not going to be able to um, really do daily videos right now. I mean, not for the May Painting Challenge. I'm still going to try to work on videos. Pardon me. Recent weather's gotten me all stuffed up. Um, But I'm just going to give you the wrap up on the fluff right now, as well as show you some things. But the main reason is that in like 3 weeks, my son's out of school. We're going to be going and looking for a house in Pennsylvania, which is like 2 states over. So yeah, and I got commissions I got to finish before that. I have the rest of these Dark Vengeance guys, which these guys are not going to take too much time, but I gotta get them done. And then I also have some more Flames of War stuff. But this is the last commission I've accepted. But this is a really cool barricade set that I'm excited about painting. It's all these little pieces and different things on here. Should be pretty easy, straightforward paint job. I get this all knocked out in about, I don't know, 4 hours. So that'll be good. I got some more cool stuff to show you too, but let's wrap up the narrative first here. So the Blood Ravens, where we left off, they broke through the orc barricade and they were going to attack the set up anti-air stuff that the orcs had set up. Well, that failed. They campaigned their assault, but the orcs had rallied just enough forces in time to push them back and set up a second blockade, now preventing them from getting to the anti-air, and the Blood Ravens now are desperate. So their next step was to risk the air assault, which also failed. And while in the meantime, the orcs are building the gargants far off. The orcs are building their gargants and stampas, and they're getting close to being done. The air assault failed for the most part. They got a small force further past that, but most of their ships and drop pods were taken out. Uh, they had a small force that, for Death or for Glory, went in, and when they arrived at the depots, I found that the Stampas were fully active, and at that point, they were decimated. So that is my story wrap up for them. Unfortunately, the Blood Ravens just could not push through and could not stop the orcs. But yeah. Moving on to something cool. Uh, I wanted to try out some of my Minotaur metallics because I actually haven't used them yet. But for the most part, I've been hearing kind of negative things about the silvers from Minotaur, and this, I got my kilocans done up with the gunmetal. Where is it? Gun alloy. This one, gun alloy. And you know what? I heard that they pooled a lot, that you couldn't get good coverage with them, that it took multiple coats, and I mean, I had to pass over the whole model twice overall for them, but you do that most of the time anyways with metallics, just to make sure that you've got all the undercoat covered. And I'll be honest with you, except for when because I still need to get a hose that has a moisture trap in the hose, because the moisture trap on the compressor doesn't do much because it's right next to the compressor. Outside of when moisture built up and that started spraying out of my nozzle from the hose, outside of that, these covered great. It's a little bit of a slow process, but overall that looks really good for a kind of a cold steel color, cold silvery color. I have no complaints about this, and only reason why I took these 3 this far, even though I'm going to record the rest of the painting of them, was just because uh, I could have. I mean, the primer. I never really recorded myself priming the models, and you could have used the silver primer from Army Painter to get it to this stage. So that's why they're this far. Outside of that, I also have expansions for. I've expanded a bit on the Deathstorm. I've expanded a bit on the Tyranid Deathstorm box. Let me raise this. I'm not going to open it right now, but I'm going to show you what I got. It's such a big box, it's hard to see. But this is that this massive box right here is the Tyranid Swarm, like Hive Swarm box set. Comes with 95 miniatures. It's got, I think, 40 Termagants, 40 Termagants, 40 Hormagaunts, 10 Gargoyles, I think, and 1 Carnifex, and 4 Ripper Swarms. That's 95 miniatures. I also, somewhere around here, have another box that if I can locate it really quickly, I'll show it to you. And if I can't, then I don't know what I did with it. There it is. I also got the Venom Thrope / Zoanthrope box set. And it's confusing when you just look at the front because it just says Venom Thropes on the front, but you look at the back, you can do the Zoanthrope or the Neurothrope. I think with what I have presently, these guys are going to be built up as the Zoanthropes. And honestly, between all the Tyranid stuff I have now, there's enough leftovers where I could make like a custom kit bashed Tyranid as well. Because I got legs left over from the what's it called, Hive Tyrant. I think I've got other extra leftover body bits. Probably if I wanted to, I could just make I could probably just custom. I know you could always just custom build like a tail like this out of some wire and green stuff. I think I got enough. I could probably make like a custom Malanthrope or something like that with the leftovers I have. I don't know. That's kind of a neat thing about Tyranids. As long as you get a little creative, you could probably build some extra cool things out of the little extra bits you get from them. Because you get a lot of extra bits. And then I got 2 more things, and these are things my wife picked out for my father-in-law for Christmas, when Christmas comes around. But these are some Reaper Bones. This is a Bard girl. She's got like a lute that kind of looks like an electric guitar in there, as well as this Griffin. And he plays D&D a lot, so what we do is we buy him more miniatures, and I paint them for him, and we give them to him for like Christmas and stuff. Anyways, that's what's going on right now. I got another cool thing to show you, but I'm going to show you that later in a separate video, probably around when I'm actually going to work on it. Not a traditional wargaming model, more of a traditional model that I've had since I was like 6. So everyone take care, and thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Everyone else, you're doing a great job. I wish I could dedicate the time to finishing the May Painting Challenge, but there's absolutely no way I can do it at this point. I just got too much on my plate, too many things I need to finish before the May Painting Challenge. So, things happen. Take care.